Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sudhanshu Singh. Our today's topic of discussion is customer lifetime value. Customer lifetime value is the average amount of money your customer will spend on your business over the entire life of your relationship. CLV is important because higher the number, greater the profits. Acquiring new customer alone will not be enough. Therefore, retention is also required here to increase the number. With increasing CLV, you are making better impression on your existing customers. You can now plan for future customers in a better way. Customer lifetime value or CLV is a prediction of the net profit attributed to the entire future relationship with a customer. CLV is the single most important metric for understanding your customers. Customer lifetime value helps you make important business decisions about sales, marketing, product development, and customer support. It can also be defined as the monetary value of a customer relationship based on the present value of the projected future cash flows from the customer relationship. So, in essence, the customer lifetime value metric allows a business to reasonably predict how much revenue a customer will contribute over the average estimated length of time. Let us now discuss what are the various factors that contribute to the CLV. And the number one is the average lifespan of customer. For businesses that are just starting up, it could be a little tricky. For more established businesses, taking into account the average number of years, their customers continue to be active, and dividing it by the total number of customers for those years will provide a good indication of an average lifespan. Now coming on to the factor number two, and this is the average purchase value. The average purchase value, in order to understand how much a customer will spend over time, it's crucial to find the average of what they spend in a regular purchase. So this can be determined by dividing the total amount a customer spends over a certain time by the number of the purchases in that time. Now coming on to the factor number three, this is the average purchase frequency rate. It means how often does the customer make purchase. If the business offers product purchased frequently, like you are purchasing a coffee or tea or something, the frequency is likely to be higher than an online monthly subscription based service. The number of visits or purchases is the frequency here. Now coming on to the factor number four, and this is the average value of a customer. The average value of customer, what actually do we mean by this? This element determines how much on average customer will spend in a given period as an active customer. For example, if a business sees customer regularly, such as every week or even every day, they could use the time period and multiply this by the amount spent each time. We'll now understand a significant part of our topic, that is the calculation of CLV. These are the various formulas written here through which CLV can be calculated, and this will be discussed in detail. But it's necessary for the business to determine the average lifespan of a customer in order to make the customer lifetime value calculations. The customer lifespan can say a lot about a business, and naturally, a longer lifespan is generally preferable. With this information, there is a fairly straightforward equation that allows for a quick calculation of customer lifetime value. And this equation says customer lifetime value is equal to average customer value divided by the average customer lifespan. Let us now discuss various steps involved in calculating CLV mathematically. We shall start with step number one, that is calculating the average purchase value, APV. APV comes by dividing total revenue by the number of orders. That is, we can say APV is equal to total revenue divided by number of orders. Now coming on to step number two, calculate the average purchase frequency rate, that is APFR, and this can be calculated by dividing number of purchases by the number of customers. That is, APFR is equal to number of purchases divided by number of customers. Now coming on to step number 3, calculate the average customers value, CV. CV is equal to average purchase value divided by average purchase frequency rate. On to the step number 4, calculate the average customer's lifespan, that is ACL. ACL can be calculated by dividing sum of customer lifespan by the number of customers, that is ACL is equal to sum of customer lifespan divided by number of customers. Now the final step, that is calculating your customer's lifetime value, CLV. CLV can be calculated by multiplying customer value by the average. Now we shall understand how CLV can be increased. Now, till now we have understood that increasing CLV is a product of so many factors. Mathematically, we can say that CLV depends upon so many things. That is, CLV is a product of average transaction value, number of repeat sales, and average customer retention time. So, we can say that increasing CLV or CLV can be increased by increasing any of these factors. How can these factors be increased, or how can we get CLV enhanced or increased? By upselling, by encouraging more transaction in each sale, or cross selling, by boosting the frequency of transactions, by driving customer towards more meaty purchases, and by keeping them in the business relationship for more time. Let us now understand with the help of an example how customer lifetime value is calculated. And in our example, we are taking a hypothetical company or business called VGroom. VGroom in our example is a men's barber shop or barber salon. Now let us take an example of a person, of a client or customer visiting to this shop called VGroom. Let us assume that this person is visiting this shop on an average for 5 years, and he simply goes to the shop for getting his hair cut 6 times a year, and per visit he pays rupees 50. So as per the formula, we know that the lifetime value will be equal to the revenue per visit, or the payment per visit that is made by the customer, into the number of time he visits per year and the number of times he on an average goes to the shop. So this comes as rupees 1500. But is it the real picture of customer lifetime value? No, this is not. Actually, this is not the real picture of VGroom's total customer lifetime value, as we have not taken into account the cost of goods sold, overheads, and other expenses. On calculation, let us assume or let us understand this, that the cost of goods sold, overheads, and other expenses comes to as 20% of the total profit margin. Now, taking this into consideration, total or perfect customer lifetime value can be calculated, and this will be equal to the rupees 1500, that is the customer lifetime value that we have calculated above, into 20%. Now this comes to as rupees 300. Now we can say rupees 300 is far less than the lifetime value calculated above, which was rupees 1500. Now as a retailer, as a small shopkeeper, this number is used to project cash flow and to understand how many customers you must acquire and retain to reach desired profitability. So till now we have understood some major issues, but apart from them there are other important issues without mention of which understanding CLV would not be complete. And these issues are: number 1, it is churn rate. What do we mean by churn rate? How often do customers stop shopping with a business they have previously patronized? And churn rate can be calculated by subtracting customers at the end of the period from the customer at the beginning of the period, then dividing the difference by the number of the customer at the beginning of the period. Another important issue is customer loyalty. How loyal your customers are. Brand loyalists will advocate on the company's behalf. Brands with loyal customers are likely to see a higher than normal customer lifetime value. And one more important issue in CLV is scalable sales and marketing. That is, how scalable are your sales and marketing tactics? Tracking key metrics and measuring performance will allow for quick strategic pivots when efforts are proving ineffective. Now we shall discuss various benefits of customer lifetime value. And these are: it saves money, it offers better marketing, it encourages brand loyalty, gains more sales, and it saves time. Let us talk of the other side of the coin, that is the limitations of CLV. And some of the limitations that we are discussing here are: number one, it is easy for a company to put on the focus on just one core group of customers. That is, it is not a perfect picture. Second point, the future is difficult to predict. It means to say that there is a great uncertainty. Number three, it takes the passion out of what you're doing, just going mechanical. It means that CLV is just a mechanical part of the thing, while dealing with customer is that involves so many things in it. And finally, we can say it's not factual. Now, summing up the topic that we have discussed, that is the CLV, we can say that customer lifetime value matters more than you think. It impacts customer retention rates, reveals the level of brand loyalty you command, and helps your business stay longer. It focuses on retaining customer as much as you work to acquire them in the first place and optimize your site for the optimal shopping experience of the customers. The more effort you put into customer lifetime value, the more revenue your business will generate. Hope you have got an understanding of what customer lifetime value is. Thank you very much for watching the video.